You already know what day it is? Check this out. It's Friday, baby. Woo! What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Uncle Stash. You know what day it is? It's Friday. We're doing a little Free Talk Friday today. If you know the jersey that I have on, pray for me because this is going to be a tough subject for your boy, okay? My whole life, I grew up telling people that I'm okay losing in the NFL because I win in the MLB. Hence, I'm a Dolphins fan and a Yankees fan. Well, you know, all good things must come to an end. And really, it hasn't been that much of a good thing over the last decade for the Yankees. But this season marks a new low. I don't know if you guys follow sports at all. I don't know if you've seen this, but the Yankees are under 500. So that means that we have more losses than we have wins. We're at 60 wins, 61 losses, and that puts us at probably 4.49 or something, 0.490, give or take. Anyways, we're under 500. I saw a meme the other day. It said the last time the Yankees were under 500 this deep into a season, Tupac and Biggie were still alive. I mean, that is just, I don't know. That's a pretty good meme right there. It's a good baseline for how long it's been since they've been this bad. And you guys know I'm just a little armchair sports analyst. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, or I would be in the dugout or on the sidelines. But my opinion is I really think you have to lay a lot of the fault at the feet of Aaron Boone, the manager. You know, a lot of people say it's a little bit higher than him, and the problem is higher than him. Like some of the owner, or not some of the owners, but the owner and some of the staff a little higher up than the manager. You know, a little bit behind the scenes. But my armchair sports analyst is telling me that a lot of it's on Boone. Some of the questions he makes in late in games is just super questionable, and I don't know if I agree with a lot of them. Obviously, it's hard. If he makes a call and they win, then I would agree with it. And if he makes a call and they lose, I don't agree with it. But looking at it a little more objectively and trying to be honest about the situation and saying, well, that was a good move. It just didn't work out. I really try and give it the benefit of the doubt. It's not as black and white as, they're losing, he sucks. They're winning, he's good. Sometimes teams win with a bad coach. Sometimes teams lose with a good coach or manager. It's never that black and white, but objectively looking at it, the past couple seasons, I would have to say that a lot of the fault is on Aaron Boone. Obviously, Aaron's not on the field, so he can't do everything. There's only so much that he can do, but I feel like the last couple seasons we've had players that have the ability to make the team work. I don't know if there's stuff going on behind the scenes and people aren't meshing, people aren't clicking because there's drama, just because of the manager, of the staff, it's just not working well. I mean, sometimes that really is all it is. It's just the people behind the scenes aren't making the environment amicable enough for people to get along and get their job done, because these are like high-octane, high-testosterone athletes, you know what I mean? There's a lot of emotion at all times. Baseball, maybe not so much as like football or I don't know, hockey and basketball are probably on the same page with the MLB. But obviously football's a little bit more testosterone filled. Anyways, my point is, when emotions are flowing, people are going to be mad at each other, people aren't going to be meshing well, and it's the job of the manager and the staff to mitigate that stuff and just make sure everyone can get along enough to the point where they can get the job done. There's people that have hated each other on teams that go on to win championships, or teams that have, you know, a relative amount of success. It doesn't matter if you hate each other. If everyone behind the scenes is just making it work for you, you know, bada boom, bada bing, it's easy said, easy done. So I think that might play into it a little bit. Everything going on behind the scenes, just not everyone's on the same page, not everybody's clicking. So it's almost like an Angels situation. Like we have a couple players that are really standing out all the time. Obviously Aaron Judge, and then a couple other people will come up here and there. No one's been as consistent as Judge in their success, but the point is we have the star players, but we just can't put it together. It's not happening. And that's so frustrating, because if you have the star player, if you have somebody that you can put your bats behind and you can give a little defense to the pitchers, you should be able to be churning out more wins then through 121 games you only have 60 wins. I think that they absolutely have the capability to be more than a 60-win team right now with the players on the team right now. Obviously, injuries, affect every season. Judge was out for a little bit with the toe injury, and that's when we really started that downward trend. But even without your star players, you got to at least go 500. You can't let one guy leave and you completely fall apart and disintegrate into a AAA ball team. You got to give it a little more effort than that, and you just got to make it work with the pieces that you have at that time. That's the name of the game. You guys know that. And I really think the pieces are there, but something just isn't helping it click. I don't know if firing Boone and bringing somebody else in would be the key piece that we need. I was always shocked that we fired Girardi. I really liked Girardi. I felt like the team was behind him, and he was a good motivator and a good manager, but that's beside the point. That's a different story for a different day. So, all that being said, I would have to start a Boone and have like a serious sit down with him. I don't know if this has already happened behind the scenes, but they fired the hitting coach earlier this year. Well, not earlier this year, probably 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, that really has done nothing. So, I think he was just a scapegoat. Somebody needed to be reprimanded is not the right word, but somebody needed to be made an example of. I think that's a poor way to say it, but hopefully you get the point. Someone needed to be made an example of, and it was the hitting coach in this instance. But, we brought the new guy on, and there's really been no improvements. If any at all, it's marginal, and it hasn't been enough to put us in the W column. So I think you got to start with Boone and then work your way down from there. If some of the people that think it's a problem with the higher-ups, higher than Boone, then that's bad news for myself and all of the Yankees fans, because something higher up takes forever to change. It's so hard to get those high up positions to turn over or move to a new guy or anything like that. So based on the ability to make a change and where I think the problem roots from, I would say start with Boone. I'm not saying fire him tomorrow. I'm not saying fire him at the end of the season even. But there has to be a change in the attitude and the approach to the game, because it's just not working, and I don't think it's because we have bad players. I don't think we're incapable of being a good team. I think we don't have a all-star roster. I'm not ranting and raving about every guy, but these are good ball players on the team. I love Rizzo. I like IKF. Our bullpen isn't bad. Stanton's okay. He could pick it up a little bit, but he's not bad. I really like our guys, and I think if we mesh together and worked a little bit better together, I think we really could put some more wins up. And all this being said, the season is not far from over, but it's not completely over yet. So I really have no idea where it goes from here. It's in sports, it's all about peaking at the right time. And we could just be leaning towards a peak, or it could keep going downward, and it could, crash and burn, and that could be it for the rest of the season from here. But truly, I don't know. I'm not saying it's a dumpster fire that needs to be blown up. I'm not saying we're dead in the water. I'm just saying some things clearly need to be fixed. It's not working, and it is interesting that it has been this long since we have been under 500 this deep into the season. It's impressive. I wish it would have came with a little more World Series. I think in the last 20 years it's only been one. I think it was 2009 if I'm remembering correctly. Anyways, clearly we have some work that we need to do, and I'm just crossing my fingers that even if we don't make it into the playoffs this year, that we can really address some of the core issues and make some changes going forward. And yeah, that's all I'm hoping for. But just wanted to give my 2 cents, my armchair sports analyst take on the Yankees this Friday. Fingers crossed they pick it up, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for next week's Free Talk Friday episode. Thank you guys so much. Peace out.